Hello, sorry for the late post this Monday. I usually try to post these the night before, but I had trouble last night, so posting this a little late, but I'm going to be solving today's New York Times crossword puzzle. This is Monday, November 23rd, 2020, and I'm going to speak my thoughts out loud as I solve this. And if you'd like to follow along, you should see the clues toward the top of the screen in red. Okay, new week of puzzles, let's go. Talon, maybe a claw? In good health. Not sure. Smog, for example. Huh. White gemstone. That's opal, right? That should be hail. So that's not... What is Talon? Church groups in robes. Let's see. Fish eggs. I'm not really solving this as quickly as I like to on a Monday. Hole digging tool. Maybe a spade? Azalea. It's a nice entry. Okay, what else do we have? Haze, so it's not hail, it's well. Haze, well, and it was claw. Great. Back on track. Laptop. Church groups in robes or choirs. Good. And then it'll do. I like that entry too. Exactly below on a map. Huh. I do not know. Caller of balls and strikes. That's an ump. Wicked City is Sodom. Okay. Sign of a wound's healing is a scar or a scab, actually. Could be either. Ho Chi Minh. This is terrible. Oh no. Let's see. Andy, I believe. Way over there is Yan. Okay, good. The capital of Colombia is, Bogota. Okay, good. Australian wind instrument is a didgeridoo. How do you spell a didgeridoo? Is it like that? Possibly. Okay, so that seems to be our first themer. It seems like there might only be 3 themers in this. Is that right? Or is it'll do a themer? And are we getting things that end in do? Interesting. Life-saving subject taught by the Red Cross. That's CPR. White gemstone. Pearl. Okay. Chris Wallace. Let's see. Heidi Klum. Okay, so I have something wrong. I guess it's like that. Minor fender damage is a dent. Good. Think for IBM and think outside the bun for Taco Bell. These are slogans. That's a great clue for slogans. I love that. Those are just like, they both start with think, but they are like very different kind of slogans. Very funny. Okay, this looks wrong. Communicating by wireless. Why do I have so many errors in this puzzle? Maybe it's do like this? Didgeridoo? Yeah, that looks better. Communicating by wireless. Radioing? That's Ian Fleming. Severe place of confinement. Iron bars? Kind of pudding. No, I keep getting everything wrong. Iron cage. Okay, tapioca. Nice entry. Pretty good fill in this so far. Enamors? He was president who was once president of the Harvard Law Review. Who's that gonna be? Why am I not seeing Obama? Blank lobe, that's the parietal lobe. Might give some solvers trouble, especially on a Monday. Rubber gaskets are O-rings. That too. Could be a tough crossing for some. Jab. Not immediately sure. Sounded like a sheep is bad. Okay. Third largest city, maybe Osaka? Poke. Okay. What's this? System of underwater mountains. Something ridge? Like, I see C here. But this also ruins my theory about didgeridoo. Now I'm thinking it's like IDGE construction. I don't know. Dumb bird is a dodo. Exactly below on a map is due south. Got it. Okay, dine at a restaurant is eat out. Let's see. Tyne Daly or Keira Knightley. Actress. Okay. Damn. I've definitely seen these in crosswords before, but I don't remember. Locale of Oakland and Alameda. Yukon? No, that wouldn't be it if con is in the clue. EDU. Like the smell of burning rubber. Oof. I'm having trouble over here too. Fraternity party costume made from a bedsheet, that's a toga. Horror film villain with a knife. A lot of them have knives. Yeah, not sure. Unfortunately, Spanish resort island to locals. This is a hard section. System of underwater mountains. Something Ocean Ridge. Mid-Ocean Ridge, maybe? Delivery room announcement, it's a girl. I like that entry. Okay, Spanish resort island to locals. Oof. Alright, let's come back to that section. Exchanges, trade, Scottish refusals, nays. Yeah, so there's some rough stuff in here too. Bad and next to nays, that's not great for a Monday. Artist stand is an easel. Not busy as idle. City between Phoenix and Mesa. What's that gonna be? That's ska. Words of praise. Kudos? Insolent talk. Sass, maybe? 2 forms of them are found. Oh, wow. 2 forms of them are found. Why don't I get this across first? Wedding attendant. Bridesmaid. Okay, so I have didgeridoo, Mid-Ocean Ridge, and bridesmaid. What do these have in common? I'm looking for like hidden words, maybe? Desma? Ides? What's going on? Mid-Ocean Ridge. Yeah, I no longer see anything in common among these. Let's find out. What is it? 2 forms of them are found. IDs. IDs? I see, like 2 forms of ID. I see, you need 2 forms of ID is the joke. And you have, in every answer, you have this string ID. And I thought for a second that 2 forms of them were going to mean that it was pronounced differently the 2 times it occurs, which is true in didgeridoo. It's like the first one is did, and the last one is eed. And in bridesmaid, they're certainly different, but Mid-Ocean Ridge, yeah, I guess the DG is a little different from the D, but that's not really 2 forms of id, so I'm not sure if that one, that leaves me feeling a little strange. That's Dana Carvey. Forlorn is sad. This is an R, right? Horror film villain. Is this just slasher? Okay. Sadie. That's why I was having trouble picking which slasher it was. It's more general than that. Acrid. Okay. What else do we have going on? Mallorca, that's what it is. Okay, great. Al, I guess. And then East Bay. Fair enough. Yale U. Okay. Place to store garden tools is a shed. Stitches, maybe sews? Threadbare is worn. Book after, I don't know my Bible books. Belfast's province. Ulster. Yeah, there's some like kind of tough fill in this. O-rings, parietal. Ulster's gonna be tough for some. What's going on? Unleavened, that's matzah, but there's also nice fill like that. Justin Trudeau's father, that's Pierre, right? And this should be Ezra. Quick trip to a store and back is an errand. Tempeh, yep, and air. Alright, and that was our Monday puzzle. Slower than an average Monday. I do think it was a mix of really nice fill and I would say harder than average Monday fill. I feel like this might have been a little more appropriate on a Tuesday just because of the fill, not necessarily the theme, but the theme was certainly Tuesday appropriate. It wouldn't have been out of place. Like I liked It'll Do. I liked this section with laptop and azalea is good. Iron Cage, Tapioca, slogans with a great clue. Due South, like there is a lot of good stuff. It's a girl, slasher, East Bay. Yeah, so this constructor, Stanley, definitely took care to pack this puzzle with good stuff, and maybe he didn't expect it to run on a Monday, which is why he allowed things like O-rings crossing parietal and Ulster, with a lot of like proper nouns in this section with Ulster and Ezra and Tempe. Also, I didn't really like Naz next to bad, so it was a mixed bag in the fill today. The theme, I really like the concept. I like you need 2 forms of ID, and making a theme off of that, and having it makes sense to have it be theme entries that have the letter string ID twice. But I feel like the 2 forms of ID, that's not just saying you need 2 IDs, right? You need 2 different kinds of ID. And that's what I wanted to see in these theme entries, and I'm a little confused because 2 out of the 3 do have 2 different forms of ID, meaning they sound different when you say them. Did or edu, and bride, made, right? So they're pronounced completely differently. But in Mid-Ocean Ridge, kind of pronounced the same, and I don't know if the argument is that, okay, adding the G makes it a J sound instead of an id sound, but the D, the effect of the ID is still ID, like ridge. I don't know, so that one just feels wobbly to me, and I feel like if this middle theme had been replaced, I'd be really all about this theme. I would think it was a great Monday theme. I just feel like this needed a tiny bit of rejiggering. So those are my thoughts. Otherwise, it was a pretty interesting Monday puzzle. I think that my favorite clue that stood out was this one, just made me laugh, and I'm curious to hear what you guys thought. Sorry for the late post today, and I will see you tomorrow. I make these every Monday through Thursday for the New York Times, and if you're new here and interested in seeing more of these, then clicking the red subscribe button below the video is the best way to keep in touch, and thank you so much for watching.